bonfire party. I don't know where that beer's been, but I know where it's going.
He came onto the scene singing about David Ashley Parker from Powder Springs. We're talking about Travis Denning. Hey, everybody, it's Kelly Sutton. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Connected with Kelly. So, Travis is now nominated for his very first ACM for New Male Artist of the Year. We're going to talk to him about that. Plus, he has the most epic breakup song out right now. It's called Abby. Anybody But You. Right? I know, he's got a great sense of humor. Let's get connected with Travis Denning. This episode of Connected with Kelly is sponsored by Pickers Vodka, proudly made in Nashville, Tennessee. So Pickers is a tribute to the musicians whose sounds fill the air in Music City. Pickers Vodka is distilled 11 times from non-GMO corn, and it's gluten-free. My new favorite is the Pickers Unplugged Vodka Soda. They're in cans. They are only 96 calories, 0 carbs, great flavors. You need to give them a try. Visit pickersvodka.com to find out more or to order online. Travis Denning, I love seeing your face. I love talking to you. I am so excited about all the amazing things that are happening for you. Let's just start with Abby. First of all, it's interesting because when we were talking about this, I said, well, I know this song. It's been out, but you're putting it out now for everybody. Tell everybody the idea and what happened in the room when you were writing Abby.
Yeah, so this is the only song I cut that I didn't write. But a buddy of mine played me the demo to this song, and I just heard it, and I was like, that's the funniest yet coolest and creative way I've ever heard of like a savage breakup song. And it just felt like something I would have written. Like I had such like song envy of it. I was like, dang, I wish I thought of that. And I just knew I had to record it. I called the co-writers and the publishers, and I was like, please tell me I can cut this song. And it's been amazing. Like you said, it's been out since Valentine's Day of 2020. But we just felt like it hasn't slowed down. People have been loving it. It's time to send it to the airwaves and see if country radio will love it.
That's anybody but you. She'll have a band, little body be the life of
I had no idea you didn't write the song. Literally, it was so on track for you. I just assumed that you wrote it. So you're right. I can see why you fell in love with it.
Well, and that's what the thing about being an artist, like the number one rule I was taught when I moved here was the best song wins. Like, don't let your ego get in the way. Like who cares if you didn't write it? If you hear a great song and you connect with it, record it. I mean, like that's what country music's built on. And, I was just purely a songwriter my first couple of years here. I needed that perspective to get cuts from other artists too. So like, I just have always told myself, like, I'm not going to be that guy that has to write everything he puts out. And yeah, I mean, this song, I just was so lucky that I heard it. And I'm like, this feels like me, and that's very rare. It's very rare for it to not be something I co-wrote.
So when you heard it the first time and you fell in love with it, did it relate to something that you had gone through? What was it that was a vein in this? And I don't want you to name names. We're not going Taylor Swift on this, but like, what was it about that song that you were like, yes, I can sing this, and I can sing this from a place of truth?
I mean, everybody's had a breakup like that, I mean, shoot, I probably had like 2 or 3 like that. That's what I think. That's why I related to it. It's definitely why other people relate to it. I definitely think of like one breakup in high school that definitely I could relate to, just immature and just the give a damn's out the window for sure. But yeah, I mean, we've all got one.
Okay. You were saying that, you had some advice when you came into town, the best song wins. I've heard that a lot. What are some other things that were gifted to you as little nuggets of advice when you got here in Nashville?
I think one of the biggest ones too was just like find your group, find your circle, and grow together. I think everybody thinks that when you move to Nashville, like you're going to immediately write with the Ashley Gorleys and the Craig Wisemans. I've been lucky to write with all them and write great stuff with them. But, you know, those guys got successful with their group that they started with, you know, and that's the thing, is the most success I've ever had and just the most fun I've had is with like the people that moved to town when I did, or were kind of just starting out too. And we supported each other and built each other up together. And we were competitive, but it was like friendly competition, and we pushed each other. And that's the people that you come up with. That's the people you know, spend the rest of your life with, being buddies and being friends and riding with. And when I got told that, I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense, you know, and it's just a perspective on like how things grow here.
Give me some of the people in your tribe so we can be looking out for this group coming up.
For sure. Cole Taylor, great songwriter. Obviously, Jeremy Stover is my producer. He had some hits obviously before I showed up, but we still work together a lot. Kelly Archer, I co-wrote After a Few with. Love Chase McGill, who's just been on an absolute roll. I've known him for a long time. Yeah, that's just the first couple of names that come to mind when I think of them.
You know, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think of Nashville as this really competitive town, and it can be. I mean, it absolutely can, because everybody's coming here and they've got the same dream. But I feel like, especially the last couple years, it's much more of a collaborative town instead of a competition town. Are you feeling that?
Yeah, no, I feel like people just realize now like how much more can get done when you just like work together, you know, and it's just a lot more fun. I mean, I feel like everybody gets just more things going when you work that way.
Listen, I've known you for a while, and I know that part of what you love the most is being live on stage. I've seen you live on stage. You kick it into a high gear. It comes alive. That's where you just really shine. How has it been being an artist and not having that outlet? Because not being able to perform live on the stage that has to be a little suffocating.
Yeah, it's been tough. You know, it just totally changes the way that you kind of like get your name out there. I mean, that's been my bread and butter, is just getting on stage and, you know, having a whiskey and a guitar and rocking and rolling. And, you know, it's adapting, you know, I mean, the music business changes every day, regardless of if there's a pandemic, and this one just kind of accelerated that. And so you just had to adapt. You just do your thing. You don't think too hard about it. You just go, hey, I need to start doing this. I need to work on this. And you just do it, you know, so you don't fall behind.
What do you feel like you're stronger about now in your career? What's stronger now in 2021 than it was in 2020?
Honestly, and it's going to sound weird, but like I actually think like my on stage performance and all that is stronger coming out of this, because the number one thing is the perspective on like, I will never, ever take it for granted, you know, and I don't think I ever did. I mean, I've been blessed and lucky to tour a lot of my life and do this, but I've just totally understood now, like the amount of hunger and like starvation that the fans have had of live music is like unparalleled. And they're going to expect some rowdy, daggone country music coming out of this, and some fun, high energy. And that's where my headspace has been with songwriting, what we've recorded, how we've recorded it. And I just want to come back out, and when we get back on the road, people realize like, all right, they were working this whole time. They were grinding it. So I think that's actually going to be stronger than it was when we went into it.
You're nominated for your first ACM Award. Are you
pretty awesome?
I was going to say, what was that moment when you found out? Where were you? Give me the whole day. I want you to set the scene when you found out.
Yeah, I was planning on watching the announcements at my girlfriend's house, but she doesn't have cable, and we couldn't get the daggum streaming thing to work. So then I was like racing home to watch it, because like I had heard the night before from somebody who works my management team. They were like, you should probably watch the announcement tomorrow. And that's all they said. So I was like, okay, maybe they heard something.
Yeah.
And I'm like halfway home to my house, so I turn it on. And then it turned out I wasn't even a part of this like morning show thing, but then they announced it on I think ET or something. And so I got a text from my publicist. She was like, "Congratulations, you're nominated." And I was like, "All right, well." And so I just went to Waffle House and got breakfast, which was awesome. I was going to do that anyways, but I just went straight there, and it was amazing. And then I think I wrote that day. Actually, I think I wrote, and then me and Madison went to Losers for a little bit and got some cocktails to celebrate.
So, what does an ACM nominee for New Male Artist of the Year order at Waffle House?
Cheese and eggs, hash browns, scattered, smothered, bacon well done, and wheat toast, and a coffee and a water.
Haven't done that before, have you?
No, it hasn't changed in 15 years. I did for the first time last summer. I got a patty cheesesteak melt just because I was feeling dangerous, and I did it, and it was awesome. It was really good. But then I went back to my regular order after that.
I mean, you really can't mess with perfection.
Nope, you don't want to touch it.
Let's talk about touring and what it looks like on the horizon for you. Do you have anything on the books? Are you hoping that that's going to happen? I know it's just kind of a waiting game right now.
Yeah, we've got like 8 shows booked in April. I'm really excited about, like, kind of smaller club stuff. That seems to be what's coming back now. Because it's less people. They can take it's easier to make those precautions happen. And honestly, it seems more positive than it ever has. I feel like I would not be surprised if the fall you see like shows like truly happen. I really do think so. That's what I'm just hearing through the grapevine and all that. And I'm just lucky that I get to go play a couple little small things in April and maybe even May as well. Really excited.
That's awesome. Well, friend, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on the nomination. Happy to hear Abby is hitting airwaves. All good things this year.
Heck yeah, it's really exciting.
Travis Denning, it's always fun to talk to you. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to be watching Sunday, April 18th, the ACM Awards. Will Travis be crowned the new male artist of the year? I don't know. Tell me your favorite breakup song. I want you to write it down below. Abby is kind of inching up there. It's so funny. Remember, Anybody But You. Check out his new song. We love Travis Denning. We've got more episodes of Connected with Kelly for you. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure that you hit the bell. That way you'll be notified when those new episodes come out. Until then, make sure that you're staying connected with all of the people and things you love the most.